There's like this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound as treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new indication that something proof for an universe. UFO, descending of the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday, May 26, 2022. How the heck are you? Glad you can make it here tonight. We've got a really hootin' hollerin' show for you. We're going to talk about Vortexes, UFOs, what else? Skinwalker Ranch review, and Cambian the hoaxer. I know, you're going to love it. Yeah, what's good for the goose is good for that gander. Something like that. Yeah. We're going to talk about a little drama in our own community started up by Truthseekers, Stephen Cambian. So he's going to get a taste of his own medicine tonight. Hope he can handle the dose because it's not going to be good. Yeah, when a debunker has to lie to make their narrative work, to make their debunk work, that's worse than a hoaxer. Absolutely worse. So he put out a lot of things that were false. And we're going to talk about the lack of research this debunker has done. It's great because it just goes to prove how much people don't know. So if you're a debunker, and I was called a debunker, I was never a debunker. I'm a skeptical person who knows the ins and outs of a camera, video, and people. And other than that, you got to do really good research to know the insides of some things if you're going to call something fake, if you're going to call somebody a hoaxer. And I am guilty by association. Yeah. There were a lot of people seeing what was going on in the chat room, sending me some screenshots of what was being said. And apparently, what was it that I lost? My integrity. Poor me. You would think 3 years going, being friends with ThirdPhaseOfMoon, my integrity would be destroyed at this point. Nobody's going to talk to you. Nobody's going to take you seriously if you hang out with those guys. I told you, I'm the guy who knows everything. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Roll call, everybody. And I don't really like that. I don't like that. That's not very friendly to go out and take content from me sticking up for Third Phase and putting music behind it, which is fine. I don't mind it. But it's what was said about me and in Third Phase that were just bold-faced lies. Here's what I don't understand. If I wasn't friends with ThirdPhaseOfMoon, or I didn't say I was, whatever, what changes? What changes about me? Right? I'm still me. I still do the same work. You base your work off... Where the hell was I yesterday? Welcome to the show. Member Walt Corbin, welcome to the show. Joker 37, welcome to the show. Wilka, welcome to the show. Member Marie-Jose Sproul, welcome to the show. Hairless Primate's Testicles. Oh, that's great. That is a great name. Welcome to the show. Carl Ann, welcome to the show. Lisa M with the white bow. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Claude Aviles, welcome to the show. Mind blown over UAPs. Welcome to the show. Sean Drews here. Welcome to the show. Stugarsener. My screen just jumped on me and I lost track of where I was. Hold on, let me go back. There we go. Diamond Dog, what's up? Welcome to the show. Member William Bridges, welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy, welcome to the show. Blooded One, welcome to the show. Member Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Truthertainment, welcome to the show. Kurt Cocaine, that's funny. Welcome to the show. Members, Black Lotus Productions, welcome to the show. Joker said that already. Member Rebecca Wiles, welcome to the show. Kepsta, welcome to the show. I know I said it wrong. Kepsa. 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 All right, we're done. Going to the front door. I think I saw Walt Corbin there. Everybody's here. Tic-tac-toe, what's up? How you doing? Frankie B, welcome to the show. Babs Williamson, member Babs, welcome to the show. All right. Now we're done. Zen Master Me starting off the show with a $2 super sticker. Let's see what that sticker entails today. Where is it? It's not up yet on here. Here it is. It's a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Super donation. It's not a super dono. Yeah, that's true. It's a super sticker. Kicking off the show. Free. Thank you, Zen Master Me, for the $2 super sticker thumbs up. And you can put that thumbs up. That goes where the sun don't shine. Mucho gusto, generoso. Continuing supporter of GUFON. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's right. GUFON survives on Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. Get a coffee, buy a nose, or become a member of GUFON and patrons. All that shit. All the links are in the description. That's the truth. That's the only way we go, is surviving off of you. So if you find it in your heart and you think you're getting some truth-ertainment here, I really enjoy that. I love that name. It's a good name. I wish I had it. That's a good name. All the links are in the description. So before I get into the Vortexes and before we get into Skinwalker Ranch, the review of the Tuesday show, Stephen Cambian of Truthseekers put a video up of me with now I haven't even watched it. You think I would have, but I haven't. I just heard what people said. So what I'm going to do is I want to pull it up real quick, and I want to see what's going on. Because from what I understand, it was just, oh wait, where is it? Here it is. So I have it here. I'm going to pull it up. I've never watched it. I understand there's some music behind me and all that stuff, which makes it really dramatic and funny, I guess. And I don't mind that. But I want to see, really, honestly, so I can give an honest review of this. I might skip through some parts, but if he's talking, I want to hear what he said. I mean, this is a weird phenomena where even myself, I have to be careful how I speak and use the right verbiage. And sometimes my emotions get the best of me and I just blurt out shit. I can debunk everything. And I'm going to give you an example of that because 2 nights ago, ThirdPhaseOfMoon was on Alien Scientist show. And Truthseekers was swearing at them, calling them all sorts of shit. Talking about how Greer's this and they're that, and all they do is hoax stuff, hoax things, and I'm like, whoa, man, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just blurting out stuff because he's mad. And when I saw Stephen Cambian do that, I said, I do that. I can't do that anymore.
Yep.
Because I was wrong. And I could be wrong about Christo. I don't think I am. But I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I just feel like this guy wants to believe so badly. Look, let me tell you something. I've got 400 tapes. I could pull out 100 things right now that aren't UFOs. And you would think those are the best UFOs you've seen. I could fool this whole entire place. I could fool the whole community. I could be Christopher Bledsoe, Dr. Greer, and whoever else you want to throw in there. Christo, for that matter. I don't know. You know what I mean?
The music does make it fun.
I think what some of these people do, and I don't know about Christo, but they know what they're videotaping. They know what they're seeing. They just showed you the best part of it where you can't debunk it. That's what I feel's going on with Christo. But like I said, I'm going to give the guy a fair shot again. I'm going to look at the videos the movies he has up, and I'm going to give
a nice
real
TV
good review. I'm going to give an honest review.
I'd like to put a plasma team in.
I don't
want
to be that guy anymore, man.
I'm still living in 1998.
Just because I feel.
I'm sorry,
that I'm
2008.
Right. Because I saw Cambian do it, and it looked awful. It's not a good look. I think I'm better than just blurting shit out. But I think for the most part, I do explain in detail why I say what I say about certain people and things. I think I do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, I think I do.
I make mistakes, like I said.
We all do.
I don't want you to get into this field thinking you're recording UFOs, orbs, or any paranormal stuff. I don't want you to think that the ETs are contacting you, or demons, or angels, or anything else without doing real research. And a lot of people they don't want to do the research.
It's hard.
It is Monday. And I did almost a 3-hour show yesterday. And we were looking
Oh
at
shit, this is just from Monday?
some fighting that was going on in the community. And then Third Phase of Moon went over to Alien Scientist show.
What's up, Levi?
They were getting they were getting talked to very, very mean like by Stephen Cambian and Solar Marshall.
I don't know, man.
And they, Stephen Cambian was going, "You guys are assholes, you're putting up shit and da-da-da-da." Yeah, it was interesting. But
Anyway, blah, blah, blah.
at that laugh. The thing I say is, you tried debunking their video from, the other night, last week, the 4 videos from Hawaii, and it didn't look anything like it. Space debris coming in, it looked nothing like it. Yeah, there were dots many dots in the sky, but it had no trails, no little exploding, meteorites or meteors. None of that was going on with this object. And the physicist who was on Alien Scientist said it was one object. And Third Phase of Moon is friends with the physicist.
So, doesn't he talk? I thought Cambian speaks.
Craft just hovering in the sky, and people on the ground have no idea what it is. And what's crazy about this?
By the way, that
if
video
there were
he's
any
showing
hoax
that says
associated
they
with-
stole it,
be or some kind of triangular craft just hovering in the sky.
That is a
and
bold-faced
people on
lie.
the ground have no idea what it is. And what's crazy about this? It's just not.
see, this is where Cambian doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks he's great, and maybe he is on other things, but he rushed into this, and you didn't do any research. You didn't call the Cousins brothers and ask them, where did they get that video from? They got it from Jaime Maussan, not from the actual person. They have an agreement with Jaime Maussan that they could use any videos they want. And Jaime could use their videos. So they got it from Jaime. Then when the guys who put the video up there, they actually made a hoax. They hoaxed it. And then within 10 to 12 hours, Third Phase of Moon removed that video. They didn't leave it up because when they found out it was a hoax, they took it down and explained it. See, that's where Cambian's wrong again. Then he says there's a video that they used where they said they were in the Philippines when it was filmed in Hawaii. Again, that was 8 years ago. I told Cambian everything that they've done in the last 5 years is not on purpose. If somebody sent them CGI, they wouldn't post it. If they got tricked, they admitted it. They will admit it if they were if they got fooled, and they'll take the video down or put another video up the next day, whatever, explaining what happened. But Cambian just can't get it into his head that they're actually doing good work now. So he has to go back 8 years to find one of the mistakes which they owned up to. They owned up to it. They went public with that and told everybody it was a mistake. We realized that we're big and we're influencing minds, so we're going to start doing things the right way, which they started doing about 5 years ago. But what Cambian does is lie. He brings in videos, says they stole it. They didn't steal it. They took it from Jaime Maussan, who stole it. Or from, I don't know if Jaime got permission, but Third Phase of Moon assumes that Jaime's getting permission. So for Cambian to say they stole it is not 100% correct. Because they have an agreement with Jaime, and Jaime says, oh no, we get permission. We don't post without nobody's permission. So that's a lie. That's a lie. To make the video look like, oh, they stole it. They're stealing. There's nothing worse than a lying debunker. It's worse than a hoaxer. Because a debunker is supposed to be somebody who does the research. And you assume if they're calling themselves a debunker that they're going to be right. And Cambian is just flat out wrong. 100%. Did they not have the video up on their channel? And they took it down. I don't know what else you want. I mean, they didn't know it was, hoaxed. They didn't purposely put it up there. And they took it down. We all make mistakes, and that one isn't on them. That's on Jaime. Go after Jaime. It's unbelievable.
By the second with his assessment.
Damn, this is pretty good footage right here. Look at what we're looking at, this infrared nighttime vision footage.
Yeah, that's the one. That's so stupid.
That sounds like an order, guys.
And also, it was in another language. It was in Russian or something, and they couldn't understand what these guys were saying. But they did reach out, and that's how they got contacted, because those guys got upset that Third Phase of Moon used it and gave them a few days to remove it, and they took it down immediately because it was fake. It's amazing, this field, what you don't know until you know. But Cambian's going around saying all this shit that's already old news. It's already been talked about. He says, they're hoaxers, liars. They promote hoaxes all the time, all their videos. I'm like, dude, the last 5 years, no. Before that, it's a crapshoot. Okay? So he has to go back 8 years. He didn't go back 5. He goes back 8 years. It's the oldest trick in the book. It's another debunker. having to make up a lie to fill their need. See, Cambian's a little bit insecure. He doesn't feel confident that he could be friends with Third Phase of Moon and now me. Because anytime you do this to your supposed friends, you're ending the relationship in a way. You're putting me and Third Phase on notice by doing this, that you don't approve. Well, guess what, bud? We don't approve of you. You had Anjali on your show. You had Richard Doty on your show. Two of the worst fucking hoaxers and liars in the community. And you were promoting them so you can get clicks and views and create more drama. Oh, well, you know, once you talk to somebody, don't you feel a little bit different? Yeah, but I didn't have Anjali on my show, remember? She was on Alien Addicts show that one day. Hey, you want to continue the conversation over at GUFON? I said, I don't want her on. Immediately. Don't need her. We already talked about everything. Don't need to have her on my show. Richard Doty, you had on, didn't even ask him any hard questions. You didn't talk about Paul Benowitz. You didn't bring it up once. Fucking hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You got to play a video. You don't even have the balls to talk about it and get shit right. That's why you put the video up, and you can create any narrative you want in a video without having to justify it. Well, but you're wrong. You lied, and that's worse than a hoaxer. Consider yourself on notice. Because you did a shitty job. And you were wrong. And you didn't know the story. And you didn't reach out to Third Phase and ask them. That's what a real debunker does, isn't it? Why didn't you, just like you tell them, why didn't you call ZZ Top Guy, Billy, whatever his name is, and interview him when you Greer talking about regrowing limbs? Which is another lie by Cambian. That's not how the story went. You know? Greer didn't say he saw limbs being grown. They went to the place. That's where it's a top secret installation. And once you get a hold of Billy Gibbons or whatever his name is, another lie, you said you already had talked to him and you have all this great information you're going to show us and the conversation that you had with him, and yet you never even had his phone number. So you lied again. How many times are you going to lie before that, you know, you're going to admit you're wrong? So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay? Anjali, you promoted her. You kissed her ass. And then you had her on again because the numbers were so good. You're all about views. You're all about clicks. You're worse than a hoaxer. That's why half of your videos are about Corey Good, David Wilcock. It never ends. It never ends. I talk about Lou because Lou is current news. I don't go back and bring up everything Corey Good and David Wilcock did over and over and over and over because you're getting good views on it. Man, why don't you try doing something that's good instead of trying to be so negative all the time and lie about shit? That would help. We need more people like me. Because I don't bullshit around. I used to hate Third Phase of Moon. But after they talked to me, it was a little bit of convincing. I thought maybe we could be a good team together too. Maybe I could debunk their videos, which is why Third Phase UFO Report's there. Because I do the reports on their reports and I try to come up with another way of looking at stuff. It's kind of nice. It keeps them off the hook in a little bit, and I like that. They don't need to be fucking shit on every 2 days from you, from anybody. They're not doing anything wrong. Not now. Not in the last 5 years. Of course, you'll always have a different opinion, and you don't believe people can change, and that's a shame. That's a shame, because a lot of people talk to Third Phase of Moon in the community are finding out that these guys aren't as bad as what I've heard. Actually, they're quite nice. But you're afraid. You're afraid that if you're linked to them and linked to me because I'm linked to them, you're afraid your reputation is going to go bye-bye. I wasn't afraid. I jumped on board. It took a little bit of convincing, but I thought it through. And I'm like, you know what? I believe them. And they explained everything to me, the public, and they didn't have to. But at least they tried. And they're trying to do what's good for the community at this point. You may not believe it. Other people may not believe it. That's fine. You don't like the way their style is. They put a video up. They let us decide. But they're not putting the video up claiming it's aliens like Cambian would have you say. Or Cambian said you say it. Wait, what? Like well, you know what I mean. It's unreal. The lies that just pour out of you to fill your own need and your own insecurity. Get over yourself. FAP with $20 for just 'cause you're a beaut. Thanks, man. I'll take it. Thank you very much. I know I've been talking for a little bit, but thank you very much for that. FAP, that's a $20 super chat. Thanks, man. FAP. Continuing supporter of GUFON. I think we had a new member show up too, and another couple super chats. Hold on. Where are they? I'm finding them. I saw them pop up. Jennifer Siami. That's a £2, £2. That's a super dono. There's no emoji, no text message. Thank you very much. A continuing supporter of GUFON. I can't believe it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then I saw, wait a second. Is that what I thought it was? $50. FAP, a gush all over the place down there in Florida. Hey, I could use a little bit of a gush down here. Stop it! I could use a little bit of that. I appreciate it. That's $50. $70 you just supported GUFON with, and believe me, it's definitely going right back into the kitty for GUFON. We still are doing the Artemis launch and other things, and I appreciate that, man. Man, that's a matzo ball and a half right there, right? We'll give you this one. It's raining. FAP made it rain. Well, thank you, FAP. No, it's not the radio voice for this. That's okay. He deserves it. Yep, he did. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish I could leave it up on the screen, but I think there was a member, too, that joined GUFON. And then I'll get back to business. Zen Master Me is now a member. I actually contacted YouTube, and then I got a ticket number saying somebody will contact me within 24 hours, and that was on Monday, and I never heard back. So thank you, Zen Master Me, for becoming a member of GUFON. I believe you're number 54, 55 now. So, yeah, wow, you guys are unbelievable. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate everybody contributing to GUFON. Yeah, yesterday, all right. Tuesday, I didn't feel that great. And Wednesday, I laid in bed for I probably slept 18 out of 24 hours. Just battling the diabetes because I won't take the medication because it makes me feel very sick. But I figured out what is wrong. I'm not eating enough. So, but I'm not hungry. There's something else going on. I was supposed to go to the doctors and I slept through it again. So, I'll make it down there eventually. But thank you very much. Appreciate the concerns. I got a couple of messages from you guys wondering, hey, where's Richie? Richie's dead. Believe me, I wish dead. I'm really glad I'm able to be here tonight. After what I saw Cambian do Tuesday, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then believe me, if I could have been here yesterday, I would have. But this is the problem when people can't live in the now. I understand people make mistakes, but Third Phase of Moon grew that channel. And when they got big and really started to understand what's going on, how much of an impact they were having on the community, they changed. And a lot of people can't accept it. I believe they changed. I wouldn't be their friends for 3 years if I thought they were fucking me over. There's none of that going on. We talked for hours and hours, and we talk all the time, and we talk about everything behind the scenes. It's just amazing. We laugh at I can't believe that people still think you're doing that, and you're trying your hardest not to. So they didn't steal a video on purpose. That's the first lie. Yes, it was on their channel, but they got it from Jaime Mosan, who posted it. And I'm seeing lag. There's lag going on. I noticed that in the replay when I move. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fast. I think maybe I need a different camera. I don't know. But I think what's happening is StreamYard's getting very big. And I think this is going to them. Their servers are probably a little slower with all the more people. I don't know. All I know is that this StreamYard, I never had a lag ever. But they're getting so popular, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know what else to tell you, but you're going to attack me and make fun of me for sticking up for my friends because you're lying. I got to talk about it. I wasn't going to. I actually said I'm not even going to entertain the idea at all. But after I slept for 18 hours and I just sat there and it just kept sinking in and in, because here I am defending them when the same guy has Anjali on his show and is promoting her well, maybe you did have an experience. Maybe you were hallucinating. I don't know. You seem like a nice person. I never saw so much ass kissing. I think his lips were swollen for a good 48 hours after that. Right? I looked like he sucked on a can or one of those glasses that makes your lips bigger. It got pretty big. I never saw it. I can't believe he would do such a thing. Try to make us look bad. Third Phase of Moon stole. That's slanderous. They removed the video. Oh, wait a second. Third Phase gave the explanation? Oh, Jesus. William Bridges with a $10 super chat. Balls, said the Queen. If I had him, I'd be king. Nuts, said the Duke. I got him and I ain't. Yeah, right? Yeah, that is funny. Actually, very good. Very, very funny, Mr. William Bridges, who's a member of GUFON. Grazie. We got a few more? This one too? FAPA Richie, have Ma throw me a meatball, please. She's leaving me hanging over here. Ma! FAP! A dozen! She said she knows. Okay. Thanks, FAP. $5 meatball sandwich coming up, plus a week's supply of bowls. For the weekend. Ibnar Stratibus with a $20. Just because you're a beautiful beast, Rich. Hope you're okay with my ad on... Yeah, I'm a beaut. And I got a new hat. Yeah, I got the new hat. And it fits great. Another Under Armour. I almost said Armor All again. I was talking to DHP before the show and I almost said Armor All. I don't even use Armor All. Once you use Armor All, you have to keep using it. Thank you very much. Ibnar Stratabus, FAP, you guys are great. Mr. William Bridges, this goes for all of you. Thank you, fellas, and everybody else. Supporting GUFON may make you feel good. Give it a try. I go! All over lying debunkers. That's true. Debunkers that lie. They're the worst. The worst. Let me see something here. Let me see something. Hold on. Here we go.
Public, some kind of triangular shaped craft was spotted, and we received some information from the person, the original uploader, and we're in right now some communications.
And this communication is so secret, even I don't know about that.
And right now the original uploader says he's got some information, but right now keep it on the down low. So that's why we removed it. He asked us to remove it, which is pretty cool. He gave us a heads up, so that's good. But again, we're in communication. Hopefully we could bring you the exact news of what happened in the Czech Republic.
I admit these guys have it well thought out. They know exactly that they are stealing and creating a hoax. And when I try to stop them,
They are stealing and creating a hoax. But the guy who made the video is the hoaxer. But I think what he's saying in his Russian accent is that they're creating a narrative that's a lie. That's what I think he's trying to say. But ThirdPhaseOfMoon didn't make that. It was from Jaime Maussan, who got it from this guy who's talking. It's such a clusterfuck. And the way Cambian just throws in verbiage out of context, oh, that's real clever. That's another trick that these guys use. And you see this also on Twitter with what's that guy's name? Shit. Of interest, UFOs of interest, that guy. Who also, we have proven in the past, lies to make the debunk fit. It's amazing. Debunking has gone to shit in this field. You know who's the only debunker out there? Mick West. Mick West. And even he gets it wrong. So it's not easy. It's very hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be a debunker. I think it's harder to be a debunker than to be a hoaxer naturally. But that's just an awful job by adding in what you want us to hear as part of the conversation. That's to me is a riot. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad juju, man. It is. It's bad juju you're putting out there by lying like that. When you can't debunk somebody correctly, you got to make it fit your narrative so you feel better about yourself. And as long as he keeps doing that, his friends will still stay friends with him, because that's what it all comes down to. His reputation and clicks and views. Remember, this is the same guy who's had on several hoaxers and liars recently. Anjali, Doty. Doty got a guy killed because he lied to him. But he didn't ask him about it. He didn't even bring it up. And then, what about the S4, the pin, that he kept calling water guzzlers? And it's proven it's not. And then Richard Doty said that was S2, which is on top of S4. So Doty on his own show even made him look bad. Do you see the irony here with Truthseekers? And if it wasn't for me bringing him over to GUFON, you'd still be at 65 Live because you can't fucking tell the truth. Well, now you got eyes on you all the time, buddy. Now you got the eyes on. And they're not happy. So, you wanted it, you got it. And that takes care of. Now I wash my hands of you. Just like in Goodfellas. Now, I got to turn my back on you. for a lousy, lying, debunking video. You didn't even do a good job. You lying, supporting of a hoaxer, bullshitter. Sad. And then here he is talking. We gotta work together. We gotta keep working together. We gotta do it. He never cared. He never cared. He said he was gonna help make a documentary. Never even bothered. Never called. No communication. Just lie after lie after lie. He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have integrity. Integrity is doing what's right even when nobody's looking. And I don't see how I did anything wrong. I don't see how I could lose integrity by being friends with people who are really nice to me. And that's more important than what's going on YouTube. Okay? But these guys try their hardest to do the right thing. But people like Cambian who live in the past, they don't see it, don't want to see it, and are afraid. They're afraid to say good job. They tried debunking the Hawaii video 4 different camera angles the other night, and they couldn't do it on Sunday. They couldn't do it. It's a joke. Anyway, that's all. I didn't want to go on for a while about that, but you know, when you think you're working with somebody for the same shit, and then they go out and try to make you look bad, it's, you know, I get it. It's funny, the part with me talking and whatnot, because I did use good verbiage, I thought, and spoke rather well for me. But the other stuff is just blatant lies. That you didn't do the research. Something he says ThirdPhaseOfMoon should have done in their documentary with Billy Gibbons. You didn't do the research. You got all that shit wrong. Everything. You couldn't even follow instructions. Easy instructions. I say, prove it to me that ThirdPhaseOfMoon hoaxed something in the last 5 years. He has to go back 8 years. I said, that's not what I said. These guys, they get emotionally involved. As soon as they see the video, they say shit that's not even true. You said it was aliens. They never mentioned the word alien. It's amazing how they come up with this stuff in their mind. I wonder what that is. Hoaxing. Yeah. You're the hoaxer. You're the hoaxer. And there's nothing more worse than a hoaxer debunker. That's why I like The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense, who's friends with Cambian, might not come back here, I don't know. But I really like the work he's done. And that's that. All right, let's move on. I want to move on to the vortexes. There's UFO vortexes apparently all over the world. I don't really have a lot to say about the UFO vortexes because it's so hard to prove. But if you look at Sedona, and if you look at what's that place, Stonehenge, and like Stonehenge, there's a lot of UFO activity in that area. A lot of crop circles pop up. I don't know if there's people making them, but some of those crop circles looked kind of good. You know, they fit exactly what would be the details. You know, everything's interwoven together. There's some strange anomalous, you know, maybe radiation, I don't know, but EMF spikes and in the center that go lower on the way out. But they have a lot of activity there, a lot of activity in Mexico. Isn't it Machu Picchu or something down there? A lot of stuff going on over in the peninsula. Arizona's full of it. Then you got New Mexico. See, that's where the ley lines go. These ley lines are apparent energy lines that are within the earth. And, you know, if you draw a grid and you put these ley lines all over, like longitude and latitude, you can see where a lot of pyramids align from one country, one continent to the next. That if you follow that ley line, it goes right over the 3 pyramids, you know, and then the next one goes, you know, right over Machu Picchu for some. I know, it's in my mind. I can't get it out. But you know what I mean? It's like they're connected to these, what do you call it? Ruins. These ancient ruins. That's the word I'm looking for. So you have Sedona, you have the ruins, you've got the ley lines, you've got parts of Atlantis that could be scattered all over the world. If Pangeo is the correct thing, and Atlantis goes back 700 million years? This one researcher said, and then when the continent split up, Atlantis split up, and you got pieces here and there. I don't know if I can buy that, but we don't know how far back these things, aliens could have been here 1 billion years ago. We don't know. They could have been here 65 million years ago. We don't know, when the dinosaurs were last here, sort of. It's when they started to die off. Atlantis, people think it's, 15, 20,000 years ago, maybe millions of years ago. We just don't know. We don't have evidence for it. But there's energy. And that energy produces vortexes, apparently. You really can't feel them. You can't feel a vortex when you're in it. Now, some of you are going to say, yes, you can. No, you can't. Physically, you don't. But internally, you do, right? It messes with you a little bit. You kind of feel it in your body. You feel sort of foggy. Maybe you feel dizzy. Some people even feel like they're dipping in and out of reality. They have those vortexes all over Sedona. There's several of them. I walked over to one of those where they were. I didn't feel anything magical happen to me, but I don't think it's a constant thing. I think it comes in waves. Whenever the energy builds up or it circulates around the globe, maybe over the ley lines, whatever, or maybe when the rocks move from the plate tectonics, maybe there's a shift in energy. I don't know. Nobody does. That's the beauty of it all. Uh-oh. Hold on. This could be important. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, okay. So I've got Rob sent a PayPal for $4. Sorry, or $4.20. 401. Sorry, not been around for. Oh, never mind. Thank you very much, Mr. Rob, and also John. Thank you for the $5 PayPal contribution. Thank you very much, man. That's awesome. Yeah, every little bit goes right back into the kitty. We got a lot of work to do the rest of this year, so thank you very much for that. Awesome. Man, thank you very much. Jesus, you guys are unbelievable. Thank you. And continuing supporters of GUFON, of course. What was I saying? Right. So these ley lines and these energy lines and these grids that are here and there all around the world, it's very possible that the pyramids could have been an energy source, like a power plant of some sort. That big pyramid at Giza is really strange. It doesn't look like it was a burial chamber or pyramid for a king. There's no writing in there that says who made it, although there's some skepticism about Khufu and the name being put in many thousands of years later, like 100 years ago, to claim that they figured out who built that pyramid. But I don't know if Khufu built it. Maybe it was Fufu and Ali. Who knows? Fufu, Khufu, Fran, and Ali. Ali from Alien Attic. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that's not making me happy right now. Some other people involved, but I have to do my research first. So these ley lines, ruins, and supposed energy sources. Oh, I thought my armrest was down, and I went to put my arm in. I went like that. Yeah, man, this is interesting because one of those ley lines just happens to go right by Skinwalker Ranch. And I don't know if you watched Skinwalker Ranch episode 3, which wasn't bad. It was a good episode. But episode 4? I don't know. I don't know what they captured. They got some really weird anomalies now. And I don't know how they did it. Now, I'm a little upset at them because they're making some simple mistakes at Skinwalker, episode 4. But episode 1, 2, and 4 have been awful. And it's like they can't get it through their heads how to do this the right way. And I don't know why they keep doing the things they're doing over at the Triangle, but they did have some strange, weird thing happen with a laser pointer. And Travis was pointing a green laser pointer. Not Travis, somebody else was pointing a laser pointer. And as he's looking up at it, because they go to the Triangle at Skinwalker, there's a triangled area, right? It's like the land, nothing grows there. Everything was cleared out. And it looks like a triangle. And above the triangle, about 5,000 feet, anywhere between 1,500 and 5,000, but this episode they said at 5,000 feet, there's something like a portal above this triangle. So they've been trying a lot of stuff, dropping stuff, GPS tracker containers out of helicopters right over the triangle. And then they were flying back and forth in a Cessna with the GPS tracker on it. Shows that they were 65 miles underground, which doesn't make sense. Is it the calibration that they're not doing correctly on these trackers but all of them? And it's just, there's some strange stuff going on, but this bending of the, like, I think I even have it up here. I could show you a picture of it. I think I have it here. Let's see. I think I put it back. Hold on. No. I'm not going to play it because you can get in a lot of trouble, but I'm going to show you some stills if I can. So they're pointing a laser pointer up at the sky. And Travis is saying, it looks like it's getting shorter. Now, when they pointed this beam, you know, you can see them moving it back and forth, and it looks to me like it's not getting shorter. It looks like the guy's pointing it away, you know, away from them, and it looks like it's getting shorter. So I'm like, oh, that's bull crap, dude. What are you, an idiot? You can't figure out that if somebody moves the pointer away, that it's going to look shorter? Well, then you hear him screaming, it's bending. It's bending at the tip. And you could literally see the tip of this laser pointer bending like it's hitting something. So I don't get a screen that follows. Like, you know, I'm not getting the screen here so I can skim through it and see where I'm going. I have to click on it like this. It's very frustrating. But I can't play it. So apparently there's something up there that's blocking the beam, and the light, actually, you can see it. I saw it on the screen. It bent. I can't see it here. Then Travis started freaking out. And he's like, dude, it just split into two. And then, sure enough, it looked like the laser pointer, the beam, split into two. It really looked like it. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's crazy. You can see how it split. See? Right there. And there. It's almost like it's entwined. You see? Now, I see something here. This, the blur, that they paused it while it's moving. I just noticed this. Now, I just realized something. Travis saw this on the ground when he was looking up, and he said it's splitting. But then when they pause it, they're moving. It's moving. You can see this. The stars move, or whatever's in front are moving. So is it out of focus and just blurry? But if you follow one of these beams, it looks like it's like entwined. You know what I mean? Like I can't think of it. Like it's curling around. It's an interesting thing. Hold on. Somebody showed me something to go frame to frame. Isn't it arrow? Nope. Damn it. Let me go back. How do you go frame to frame? Is it the plus mark or is it arrow? Shift up, is it? Here it is. No. That's not it. How do you do that frame to frame? If you move it fast. What's that? Yeah, it leaves tracers, right? Whoa, I didn't want to play that. Not even for a second. I wanted to show you the part where it bent. Why am I not finding that? I've got to show that to you. Because the bending of that thing looked really cool. I didn't believe it, but how does just the tip of that bend? That's what she said. Shut off. You know what I mean? I'll find it. It should be right around here. But these guys are trying everything, but the way they do things, it's just really weird. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like high school. Like, they have thousands of dollars of equipment, right? And they can never get it to work. Ever. Are they doing that on purpose? You know what I mean? I can't believe this. Why I can't find the... See, you'll see it when I get there. But it's very important I show you. There it is. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Starting to bend off there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. That's what they said. That it bent at the tip. Which means they're hitting something up there. That's what they're saying. I'm not finding this as impressive anymore, but that's their evidence. Well, they were shooting rockets straight up into the anomaly. That's what they were trying to do, is shoot rockets up there and get data. Frapsap, hey man, that's a $5 super chat member, Frapsap Pacino. That's weird. I was just thinking about you, and there you are before the show. Well, sort of. It was about 20 minutes ago. And there you are. Thank you for the $5 super dono. There's no emoji, sticker, no badge, nothing, not even a comment. That's a super dono. Donation. Thank you very much, Frapsap. Thanks for being a member. Good friend of the family and a good friend of the show. Continuing supporter of GUFON. But I don't know, man. So what they did after they saw this, they run back to shoot a rocket off into it. And then the thing was splitting. But, you can see movement here. I don't know. When I was watching this, it did seem like it was really weird. It seemed like a weird anomaly. But they shot another rocket up into it. See? Can't really play it. But yeah, they're trying weird little things. And every time they try to get data, it's convenient how they have all this equipment and it never works. Oh, and then the cows. The cows start mooing when they were saying the cows are what do you call that? They're going to be a source of information. So if the cows start acting up, then maybe something is going on. So they look up after they shine a light, because they're hoping there's no werewolf or skinwalker that's gonna kill a cow, right? So they start shining the flashlight into the pen, and then they look up. Everybody look up, and they see this. And I can't play you what they said, but the words that they were saying to me sounded like, well, Travis said there's a black dot in the middle of it, which you can see, which is a very common anomaly sometimes with bright objects at night. Okay, that happens. But this, they say there's no blinking lights, right? There's a black dot in the center. It's moving towards the east, and then it starts to dim and go out. Oh, really? Really? Doesn't that sound like an iridium flare satellite? That's what it is. Because they did this experiment within 2 to 2.5 hours after sunset. So of course, you're going to see iridium flare satellites. It's inevitable. They happen every night, an hour, 2.5 hours, up to 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours after sunset or the same time before sunrise. It's the curvature of the earth. You don't see the sun coming up yet, or after it sets, you can't see it. But the beams of the sun are still going around to the parts that can still get sun. So if you're on the ground and the sun sets, but you can jump up to 10,000 feet, you're going to see the sun. And then when the sun sets again at 10,000 feet, you go up another 10,000. It's the sun again. You go up 250 miles. Where do you think the sun is going to be for another 3 hours? Hitting those things. So these guys need a good lesson in iridium flare satellite history. I mean, the blind is leading the blind on this frickin' Skinwalker Ranch, man. Then, Travis, I think in an earlier episode, he wasn't sleeping a lot. He didn't feel that great. He even looks exhausted in these episodes this year. He just looks like his hair's falling out, because it is. Hold on. Yeah, don't care. Don't care. Do your job. I'm Steven. I'm talking about Steven. I'm not Cambian. Not you. Hold on. There, I had to get that in there. Come on. All right. What's up, Scott Brown? So they watch this thing. They're all screaming, it's a UFO. Look at the UFO! Fuck, no, it ain't. It ain't. But you know what I love about this show? I love hating it because they don't give us the proper information. What time was that light? What time did you see that? There's no timestamps on the screen for me to judge and for me to do my research. Why isn't there a date on this? You know what I mean? They're just showing us the TV, what the TV camera got. Oh, and then, I can't see anything, the guy says. Oh, I can still see it. It's going down there, as Travis likes to yell. It's going by Jupiter. It's almost as bright as Jupiter, he says. Well, gosh dang it, that thing's brighter than Jupiter. Woo-wee! I'm telling you, there's something going on over here. There's something going on over at the Skinwalker cache. Then Travis, who says he's not sleeping a lot, he's just da-da-da-da-da. There's a syndrome called exploding head syndrome. We talked about it on the show before, right? Exploding head syndrome. I'm going to pull it up. It happens when you don't sleep a lot. I had it happen. Oh, I just put exploding. Hold on. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. Let me pull it up for you. But he says he woke up from a loud banging noise. And it sounds like to me he's having exploding head syndrome. Exploding head syndrome is a type of sleep disorder in which you hear a loud noise or explosive crashing sound in your head. The sound isn't real or heard by anyone else. The episode typically happens suddenly, either when you're beginning to fall asleep or when you wake up during the night. It's weird, right? What triggers it? Possible causes of exploding head syndrome include other sleep disorders, sleep deprivation, and high levels of stress or anxiety. Yeah, you know what? He's stressing out because I bet Zeke Fugel is laying the law down over there. You know, Fugel comes in off that helicopter in his suit. Everybody feels like James Bond just got off. Here comes our ticket. Here's our meal ticket, guys. Shape up or ship out. Oh, so how's everybody doing today? Travis, I heard you're hearing things. How are you feeling today? Exploding things? Well, let me tell you something. Oh, that sounds like Jaime. That's not German. A person should speak with a doctor or a sleep specialist if their symptoms significantly affect their quality of sleep or cause emotional stress. And that is what Travis is hearing. Oh no, my whole trailer shook. Oh, it shook. Yeah, right. Well, at the same time, he said that he heard this exploding noise. The other guy who runs all the cameras and shit like that says, I couldn't sleep either. So I decided to go into headquarters or whatever they call it and started looking at cameras and wanted to just see if anything would pop up. And he noticed something. And I'm going to show you what he noticed. And I have captured the same thing many times. And I won't tell you what it is, but I'm going to show you. So they're going through. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there it is. That's the thing with the black dot he said was in the middle of it. Yeah. Hold on. This is the guy I'm talking about who said he went to go look at the cameras and saw a flash just appear out of nowhere. Right? Yeah, it's over here. I went a little too far. Oh, there he is, coming in off the helicopter. Sieg Fugel. There's the flash. Right there. But yet here's another one that they never talked about. This is from an iridium flare satellite. Now let me tell you how I know. Because I've captured the same stuff. And the weird thing is about this, when I captured it, I was like, they're really hard to find. And by chance, I just happened to catch one of these flashes. So I moved my camera over to that area and I see another flash. And I'm looking and, I'm focusing better. And I noticed that it looks like there's an object or something. Then it flashed again. Then again, vroom. And then the next thing I know, it turned on and it stayed on. I don't know how. But I think what's happening is the iridium flare satellites, some of them spin. And I think what's happening when it's spinning, it's catching the sun a certain way and reflecting down towards Earth. I don't know what they captured 100%. I can't be 100%. But this was around, he said like 5:50 a.m. or something, right before sunrise. So that's the perfect opportunity for these iridium flare satellite flashers to show up. And they do flash. And they reflect their solar panels back down to Earth. So when they're spinning, they're hitting the sun at a certain time at real high altitude and beaming it down to Earth real quick. That's what I think they captured, because it looks eerily similar to what I captured. And I've got about 100 of those things. So, this is the problem when you have people like this looking at the sky for the first time in their lives. Now, yeah, Travis has been there a couple of years, so is the other guy, but they're not out there every night like I used to be for 4 or 5 years straight, day and night. They're only going out to film a show. They're not doing anything else. So they're only out there for an hour or two, maybe 3, maybe 4. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's not all day and night, and it's not 7 nights a week, 12 months a year. Yeah, it isn't that. That's not what they're doing. So they're seeing something they've never seen before, where I have seen it 100 times. Just goes to show you what you don't know, you don't know. So I looked it up. And I found out that was an iridium flare satellite I caught. That was flashing. It was probably, the sun was probably just catching it, just barely, and then when it moved into the full rays of the sun, it may have stayed lit up. I don't know. Maybe I caught a UFO. But I didn't call it a UFO. I called it interesting. Possible IFS. But what they don't know, and that's what happened on Skinwalker this week. It wasn't a bad episode. It was interesting. But now that I look at the stills of the laser pointer and of the laser pointer breaking apart into 2 laser pointers, I don't know. I think the screen, I think they were moving it, and you can see the split right here. My thing isn't showing up. Oh, there it is. You can see it breaking up. These are like chemtrails. This looks like a chemtrail. You ever see the ones that look like that? Actually, I have some pictures to show you today of chemtrails. Doesn't mean anything, but other than I haven't seen them in a while. And they've been showing up lately. And at the same spot in the sky. And it's not an airport. That's for sure. I don't know. But that's what's going on at Skinwalker. That's what happened this week. And they were using those cows as an instrument, in case something happened. Look, I don't know. I've never been to Skinwalker Ranch. But all the stuff that I've seen so far doesn't really wow me, I feel that they are lying. When they dropped 50 canisters with 4-foot tethers attached to them and GPS trackers, when they dropped 50 and only found 2, and they were over the general same spot for all 50 drops, what are they hiding? They didn't go, because in the show, what did they do? Disappear into the vortex? That was the answer. They didn't. They probably found them all, but only 2 worked. Or only 2 didn't work. Maybe they found the other ones and they all looked perfect. But the 2 that were here somehow didn't get the readings right, so they used them for the show. That's what I think happened. That's what a smart producer does. Hey, $3 from Dorothy. Thank you on PayPal. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dorothy. I really do. You're a member of GUFON and a continuing supporter. Thank you so much. Let me see if there's a message. Thankfulness. Aww. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, what's this? I like this. Jeff Garrison says, Skinwalker, for Skinwalker Ranch, distraction, propaganda, ETs are a threat that everyone should fear because of all the events of high strangeness equals unmeasurable, subliminal fear-mongering BS, in my opinion. Yes! That's some good insight there, bro. I wasn't even thinking of that. Interesting. Hold on, I'm going to change this. The way it looks. There we go. Yeah, man. That is a pretty good assessment of what's going on. It is a distraction. It's propaganda. ETs are a threat. Well, that's what triggered the Lou Elizondo train. The threat assessment. That what we don't know and can't control and can't talk to, we don't know, is a threat. It's a threat. The unknowns are a threat. Now, the interesting thing about all of this, we have so many more sightings here in the United States than the rest of the world, it doesn't come close. So, is it our military? Is it our secret black budget projects that we're all seeing? Or are we just the Western civilization being indoctrinated into this with movies, propaganda, truth, a distraction of the truth? Hell yeah. What I like is that UFOs are paranormal now. People are looking at them as a paranormal anomaly because they are. And this lighting is off. And I don't know what's wrong. I'm buying another camera. But that is what's definitely going on. It is propaganda over there. There's nothing going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we should go down there and do the research ourselves in that area. Remember when I went out to, they had a ranch, the Stardust Ranch, where a guy, I can't remember his name, he was making the same claims. And he said that he killed the aliens when they came in his room with the samurai sword. Oh, well then you gotta have a body. Where's the blood? Oh, no. When you kill them, it all disappears. Even the blood. So you have to chop off their heads. So you didn't think about keeping any of this around for evidence. You didn't get any of it on a picture? Well, you don't think about, killing an intruder and taking their picture. No, you don't. But isn't it convenient? They always have a convenient story why they don't have the proof. My wife was attacked and beaten. Stardust, the guy was saying that. Oh, okay. Wasn't you? How dare you say it was me? Get off my property. Hey, we gotta ask. Get the hell off my property. Get your cameras out of here. I think you beat your wife. That's what happened. Look at the way you're acting. That guy has a short temper. He really does. He really does. And I'm not saying he beat his wife. But I mean, let's just go to the obvious here. The guy's got a hot temper, doesn't like it when anybody says anything about him, and goes off flying off the handle on me on Facebook, which he did. Because I was saying he was selling his property for $5 million. He wanted something like $5 million. Do not say that. How dare you say those lies about me? He types back to me. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, hey, I'm just going by what the rumor is. I never said it was proof. Anyway, Stardust Ranch is bullshit. I went down there and found out that there's farms like right on top of everybody. This guy doesn't live in the middle of nowhere. If he's having issues, everybody's probably having issues. I mean, we're talking just 1 acre next door. You can see the neighbor next door. It's only an acre away, not that far. So I was going to go interview other people in the area, but I decided not to. They're rancher type people. I'd have to go on their property because you park on the edge of the road and then they have their fence and their gate right on the road. And you have to go on their property, and I wasn't in the mood. I figured I could always come back down. Yeah, I didn't that day. But right near the Stardust Ranch, right over the mountains that are only a quarter of a mile away, is the famous or infamous Barry Goldwater Gunnery Range, where the Phoenix Lights were dropped. Well, sort of. For Dr. Lynn, they were. All right, what's this? Tiamat Nibiru, Planet X spotted by sun and moon. What the? Oh my God, that Gina COVID. Have you seen this girl, this woman, Gina COVID? What's her name? Gina Cavecchio. This is someone that I just can't watch, but I'm going to for you. She is super popular because she spills out the BS. She talks about this stuff like it's really happening. She doesn't understand how cameras work even to this day, which makes me think she refuses to learn. This is somebody with an imagination like a child. And it's embarrassing. This is off BitChute. So already she thinks these are other planets. You see? Right here. She thinks that's Nibiru.
There's a lot of people seeing it. And their videos, their footage that they're documenting is not getting out. But this one's going to get out. Okay, this is one that I was led to. I wasn't even searching for this, but I was led to this. It literally showed up.
I could go out tomorrow with my camera, my P900, and catch the same exact anomaly, pointing it at the sun. You can do it with your own camera. Don't you know? It's reflecting inside the housing of the camera lens. That's what gives this effect. It's the reflection off the camera lens, you dummy.
On my YouTube. It's
She has
really
good hair,
strange
though.
how that worked. It is. Hello, everyone.
She does have good hair.
Yes, good morning. And thank you for joining. Y'all, please give this video
For
a
short
thumbs up.
hair.
I know this
I'm not a
video
big
is
fan of
getting a little
short
bit
hair on a
shadow
woman.
banned, and it is early in the morning, but that's okay because I want to show. No, you all did they? Because it makes a lot more people see. We're gonna look at it. This looks like it was a live webcam.
Fair use, thank you.
And that's okay. We will take the live webcam. If we can get information about what's occurring in the skies, we will go to the live
my
webcams,
God.
whether they want us to or not. It's just very short.
That's off of a webcam that's probably at 15 frames a second. Oh, I'm so irritable right now.
And they're able to bring it out really good.
I told you, I don't have patience for this woman.
There are certain factions on this earth that does not want this information to get out.
Oh yeah, nobody wants this information to get out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
a lens flare.
My computer just locked.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
wanna
they're
know
hiding
something?
it from us. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're laughing at you because you're an idiot. Oh, this woman is poison, like some other people.
This
is
station
poison.
has. Look at this.
This
the
is
screen.
this is why I get a bunch of these videos. This is why. Oh, Rich, you've got to see this. I think I captured Nibiru. No, no, no.
iPhone.
Guys and girls.
I've got to turn.
I'm just telling you, if you see anything like this, don't fool yourself into believing you're capturing another planet. Let me tell you why. If Nibiru was that close and showed up, we would have earthquakes, tsunamis. I mean, it would be bedlam on Earth. The gravity would be so much, the pull on the Earth would be ridiculous. It just can't happen. All the other planets, everything would be out of whack. It would throw the whole solar system into a frenzy. I don't know how long it would take, but that's the reason it's not happening. Because Nibiru could be real, but it's way to frig out there. And this ain't it. So I can't tell you how many times I see this stuff, and it makes my blood boil. Oh yeah, you see this? It's black. That's an anomaly on a certain camera. I used to have an LG camera, and this would happen just on that camera. That's not real.
World.
That's an anomaly in the
that's what I'm
camera, this
talking
black
about.
dot.
It's like that.
That's
something up there.
overexposing the camera
Just a bunch
lens
of
with
stuff.
bullshit, with too much
They're
light.
doing their best to try to stop from being seen whatever's up there. They
Oh
really,
yeah, they're trying to stop. Look, if they wanted to stop us from seeing what's up in the sky, they would have to chemtrail the whole freaking planet, you yahoo! What do you think? They're just going to chemtrail over one city and stop you from seeing it, the whole world? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean they can't see it in New York. You dummy. Think before you say something. Be a thinker, not a stinker. Oh, God, how dumb are... Richie from Boston used to do that. They're trying to cool down the United States and the world. They're chemtrailing right now. Yeah, only over your little 80 miles where you live, you dip. Oh, God, don't people understand? You have to chemtrail the whole planet at the same time. You can't just do a little piece over here. I'm going to do a little piece over there. I'm going to do a little tiny piece way over there in the Pacific Ocean. Then I'm going to do it in the Atlantic. No, that's not enough. That's not cooling off anything except for the cloudiness it gives to that area right there. Oh, no, you don't understand. That's going to spread out over the whole planet over a couple of days. And then when it spreads out, it's reflecting the sun. It's putting this blanket all over the whole world. You can't see it either. It's so thin. It's a thin veil. You wouldn't be able to see it. Oh, how convenient. I can't see it. Oh, it's such a great conspiracy you're thinking of. From Cambian to clouds, I tell you. Do some real research. Oh, and you want to know why? Do you want to know why we're having a huge inflation? Do you want to know why it's happening? Because I get some people talking to me about politics too sometimes. Oh, you know, what's going on and this and that. I'm like, no. It's because they printed up trillions of dollars in 6 months. You can't do that. You can't print up money and expect there to be no inflation. Who's going to pay that money? Check it out. I'm going to let you see this so you heard what I heard. And we could just put an end to the controversy.
Let me know what you think about this.
I'm sick of this stuff. We have to talk about it because the American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply not true.
Inflation is made in Washington because only Washington can create money. And any other attribution to other groups of inflation is wrong. Consumers don't produce it. Producers don't produce it. The trade unions don't produce it. Foreign sheiks don't produce it. Oil imports don't produce it. What produces it is too much government spending and too much government creation of money and nothing else. Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you believe the career politician or the Nobel Prize recipient in economic science? Your choice.
Why do you think everything's happened the way it has? Right after those $1 trillion donations to the world, all that money, we printed up more money in the last, 18 months than we did in the history combined. And it's only going to get worse. Gas is going to be $6 a gallon in a year. I told you it would be at $5. Everybody's like, get out of here. I'm like, it's going to be $5. I said it would go up to $7. It could. Can you imagine paying $7 a gallon for gas? We're at $5. Imagine paying $5 a gallon for milk. It's at $3. We're there. Batten down the hatches. I just saw my electric bill for May. It was $98 more than it was last year. Because they raised, because of inflation, the average price of electricity has gone up 40%. Do you know what 50% is? That's half of your bill from last year. So you might as well make it 50. That's how much more mine went up. Yours did too. So I will have $290 electric bill in the summer. So I turned my air conditioning up 3 degrees and I'm a little warmer, but man, you got to turn the fans on. I'm just going to have to suffer through it until I hit the lottery. But yeah, so it's by us printing up the money. Come on now. You know that. You know that. We all know that. We all went to... Didn't you learn that in your home economics class? I don't know. I wanted to play that for a second. Let's see. What else do I have? Credo Mutwa. Well, this might be interesting to take a look at. We talk about a lot of things here. What about in Africa? Africa, they've got the Credo Mutwa, Africa's ancient alien species. I bet you never knew about it. Well, time to learn something new. I was going to save this for next month's GUFON U class, but I'm going to play it now. Maybe we'll have a recap on it in the class. But check this out, something I find a little fun to watch.
Only planted life upon this, our shabby little world. No, there are other worlds besides ours. There are other worlds beside our Mother Earth, upon which life exists. The Africans even went on to describe 14 of these worlds. And these worlds are very amazing and amusing in the way they are described.
He couldn't read it right. It was supposed to be amusing or something, and he said amazing, or the reverse. You can actually see the, watch. I think you can see the reader in his glasses right here.
It is said that...
That's it. He's got a reader that he's reading on.
Do not have oceans as our Earth has got.
Anyway, I'm not going to put you through that. I just thought it would be funny for a second. It's terrible. It's just hard to watch. Somebody sent that to me, and I was like, all right, I'll play a minute of it, but it's impossible. Credo Mutwa. Remember that. Credo Mutwa. You know Uri Geller? Do you guys know who Uri Geller is? Uri Geller is the guy who went on Johnny Carson in the late 80s, early 80s, and said he could bend spoons with psychic ability. Well, holy shit, man. I didn't know this guy was in ufology. I really didn't. It's amazing to me. But I got a video here with him. Where'd it go? What the? Oh, here it is. Hey-ya. Thought I lost it. Let me pull this over because Uri Geller shouldn't even be allowed in our community. He shouldn't. I'm not giving this guy a second chance. He doesn't deserve it. This guy's a big-time lying, hoaxing. He made so much money. The timing of the image's release is not a coincidence, UFO of interest, who is also like a Cambian type, you know what I mean? They have to lie, but he does a good job most of the time. Uri Geller says, friends, last week NASA images appeared to show a doorway on Mars, and tomorrow the U.S. holds first congressional hearings, Scientists claim the door is a natural formation, but whatever it is, the timing of the image's release is not a coincidence. He has it upside down, the image. He doesn't even have the image in its right way. He has it upside down. And Uri Geller says, I studied this very carefully. Hey, did he notice the image he was watching rotated 180 degrees?
Hi, my dear friends. I'm speaking to you from Old Java, from my museum. Listen, NASA released this picture behind me.
This is a joke. It's upside down, you dummy.
Mars, and it clearly, look, shows a doorway. I've studied this very carefully, and my conclusion, of course it's a door. Come on. They're telling us that this is some kind of a natural formation. BS. This is not a natural formation. Look, doorway cut out probably by laser, high technology, extraterrestrial. Cut the stone. There are stairs going down there. This is incredible. And today, of course, Congress and the whole UFO community.
It's upside down, you
idiot. Learn
idiot.
something really fascinating and interesting. Something that I believed in for decades. I had an encounter when I was 5 years old. What's the big deal? Of course extraterrestrials exist.
He's reading.
I love you all, and very soon they will land.
He's reading.
Hi, my dear friends. I'm speaking to you from Old Java, from my museum.
Yep, he's definitely reading.
NASA released this picture behind me. This picture is from Mars, and it clearly, look, shows a doorway. I've studied this very carefully.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad. The hoaxer, lying, cheating scumbag of the world studied it very closely. Thank you, Uri Geller. Sorry, but Uri Geller doesn't get another chance. He's never come out and said, I did wrong, I lied, I cheated. He never did that. So here's an analysis by Ruben Lianza about that video they showed in the UAP hearings. Yeah. Ruben says, alleged UFO very close to which an aircraft crossed from which it was filmed. This is a frame capture from one of the videos that were shown at the UAP audience at the Capitol. This is clearly a helium balloon that still retains the thread hanging underneath. A vertical thread from IPACO software. In this case, the Sigma peak tested positive because the thread is brighter than the background. Wow. That is crazy. Check it out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Right there. That's the same thing I saw. Remember, I was the very first person to debunk that, by the way. You're welcome. Yep, can you believe it? It actually shows that is brighter than the object. That's so funny. And that's what he said. Amazing. Can you believe that's what our government tried showing us? I am taken aback by this. I can't believe the government would lie. What is going on, my friends? What's this? Hey, Rich, you have to do a show on the Dogon tribe, bud. It really is a fascinating topic. Very interesting, to say the least. Okay. I'll do that. Let me write that down so I don't forget. The Dogon tribe. I remember hearing about it. Got it. Thank you, Billy. Billy Nice. Be nice. What's up, Shell Shock? How are you? There he is. Joshua, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Rich, when I look at Wilcock and these guys like Major Ed Dames, they have driven themselves mad. Just go with the flow. Hey, man, I'm trying. Yes, I did. I debunked that instantly, live on the show. God, I love being me sometimes. I've heard of that tribe, yep. What's up, Stavro? How you doing? Member, Dinky Ozzy? Yeah, the Fukawi? Fukawi. Fukawi. Oh, Fukawi. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Man, this show just flew by. Let me see. What else do I got for you here before I get out of here? Some stuff here. Oh, somebody was trying to... Joe Merja. This guy's another one who lies when he tries to debunk something. Caught him in a couple of lies. He's picking on Josh and Artemis. Well, I got to show you what he said. Don't mean to do this to you guys, but I know what you meant. They try to take everything you say out of context and make it work. That's what they do. They're not even real documents. I think you were talking about the Wilson documents. And then he actually took a clip of what you said. Let's see what you said with Erica Lukes.
But
Great
this is
interview.
what kind of concerns me a little bit, because, we've got known disinformation which has been proven, and people are still believing this stuff. How can we kind of change that? Or is there a way to change it? I'm not even sure if there is.
I think it's just by us all speaking out over and over and over again, and pointing out that, hey, this information that you're giving us is false. It's it's like the Wilson documents. I mean, come on, that is so embarrassing.
That's what I want to ask next about the documents, what have been submitted, which to me is just crazy because they're not even real documents.
You would think. I mean, you would think. I mean,
Wait, what did he say?
Next about the documents, what have been submitted, which to me is just crazy because they're not even real documents.
Yeah, I think he might have misspoke. The documents are real. It's just not what we think it is, and I think that's what he meant.
You would think. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking with Dr. Davis over the years, and I can tell you that he attempted to get me to, go forward with some pretty preposterous things, and I knew what he was trying to do, and he was trying to manipulate me, and I just said,
wow.
No, I'm not going there. Thank you. Find another person. And so, I mean, now there are other people out there that are his little puppets that
Minions.
will, have blogs and do things and put stuff out there, and they're bullies, and so that works for Davis. But I just we just have to keep speaking the truth. I mean, there are intelligent people out there. We just might have to just kind of just smack them upside the head and get them back to reality.
Yeah, good luck. Once somebody does that, it's hard to come back from it. And I think what Josh meant to say is that they're not really what we think they are. They're real documents, but they're not. The story that's being given to us isn't really 100% true. So I think that's what he meant. And of course, Joe Merja, is being very literal and just took 1 minute or so out of the entire show just to pick on him for one thing like that. Take it out of context a little bit. But I know, we all know, if you watched the show, you knew what Josh meant. That's the thing. That's what they do. They take what you say and they make it work in their favor. Even though it's taken out of context, it looks like you said what you said, but that's how they do it. That's the way it's always been done. That's what the mainstream media does. They did it to Trump and watched what happened with him. You know, the Russia hoax, and, you know, Clinton was responsible for that. You know, that dossier was all fake. It was all bullshit. And, man, Russia, nothing to do with it. It was just such bullshit. Many other things, too. But that's the field we're in. And I think what I'm trying to do from this point on, you know, as you can tell, this week I'm really trying to do more of ufology. I think what GUFON is, we're a continuing source of the current news, information, and paranormal stuff that's happening now, as well as dipping back into the past and looking at the things that made ufology and looking at good and the bad. I want to be that type of organization. I want to have a show where you can get the current events, which is why some days we talk about Lou Elizondo for maybe a whole week, or Corbell, because the news just keeps coming out. I didn't even mention Lou until now. So it's kind of nice, right? You know, we can talk about things and look into the past and think about the future. I don't like what Cambian did because he puts himself on a pedestal above everybody else. You know, he thinks he's better than ThirdPhaseOfMoon. He thinks he's better than me. He thinks he's better than all of us. Why else would you try to do that to somebody you say you respect and like? Obviously you don't. So that's where we're at with that. It doesn't make sense. It's okay. It's okay. He can do what he wants. So can we. And I think when you lie to make your narrative the right one, it doesn't get any worse. You're worse than a hoaxer. I'm going to leave you with that, because tomorrow we're going to be back. I'm going to be on Alien Addict at 5 o'clock. We'll be back here at 7:15-ish. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, but I'll have something really good. Oh, I have some videos I could... I'll show them to you tomorrow. I'll bring them up tomorrow. But thank you, moderators and super chatters, for tonight. Thank you very much for your generosity. We just want to keep growing and doing the right thing from here on out. Trying not to pick on people and do all that shit. But when somebody attacks us, tries to make us look bad, I have to defend. Other than that, thank you for the moderators and super chatters. Great night. And veterans and newcomers, thank you for giving your time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to GUFON so you can get notifications when we go live. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And like I said, tomorrow I'll be on Alien Addict. And then we're back Saturday and Sunday. So we got a lot of work to do. So thank you very much. And we try to be everything that we want to be, right? Truthful, and bring the information to you guys as best we can. And I'm sorry if it isn't good enough for some of you. Well, we are Truthology for ufology. See you tomorrow.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. Well, go ahead. Woohoo! South's treasured sites in Christianity.
There's a report that's uncertainty proof for a UFO, form of brightness descending over the dome of the rock.